I'm Richard Southern in the 680 newsroom. Boy, the TSX in good shape. Your portfolio may be looking a little bit better these days. That's because Bay Street is at a record high here this weekend. The TSX on Friday closed at its best level ever, up at 16,450. It's up 1.5% on the year now, still underperforming a lot of other global equity markets, but doing a lot better. Oil, a big factor. Oil jumped $3 on Friday as OPEC decided on a smaller than expected output increase. And of course, the other factor boosting Bay Street here this year and this past week, cannabis stocks. They are smoking hot. It's been reefer madness on Bay Street. We saw big gains for those particular issues this past week with, of course, Ottawa, the Senate passing the marijuana legalization bill, and Prime Minister Trudeau going ahead and indicating that it will be October 17th when the drug will be fully legal. On the phone here is Bruce Linton. He's the CEO of Canada's biggest marijuana company, Canopy Growth. Mr. Linton, where do you see your company and the Canadian cannabis sector on a whole in, say, 3 years from now?
Probably where the biggest, most painful disruptor the pharma business has had in 50 years and the alcohol business in 100. That means it's a globally disrupting, transformative platform. And it's just because I'm not saying cannabis is great for everything or terrible for everything. I'm saying it has been unjustly perceived in a way that it never had a chance to actually show what its potential was. And now we're going to, because it's a regulated, federally controlled platform.
So that's the reason given by a lot of these CEOs that they're going to disrupt other industries like alcohol, like pharmaceuticals, because they're trying to justify some very elevated prices in the cannabis space. These stocks certainly priced to perfection these days. Interesting news out of the Toronto real estate business. The largest condominium in the city was sold this past week. The buyer? A digital currency billionaire, man by the name of Anthony Delorio, the co-founder of Ethereum, that cryptocurrency. He purchased this 3-story condo that sits atop the former Trump Tower downtown. The building, most of which is a hotel, is owned by Invest Hotels now. It's called the Adelaide Hotel. Soon it'll be rebranded the Regis Hotel. Bloomberg News reports that Delorio spent $28 million to buy the unfinished penthouse. What did he do to pay for it? No mortgage, of course. Cashed in some of his cryptocurrency and wired the money. No biggie. The monthly fees, though, do total almost $15,000. Cryptocurrency still interesting many investors, although Bitcoin hit the lowest level of the year this past week. Well, you may find yourself saying this phrase in the near future. Hey, Alexa, order me some room service. Amazon announced this past week that it's bringing its Echo smart speaker to hotel rooms. And Marriott will be the first chain to install this in some rooms. The Echo devices in the hotels will work much like the one you may have in your home, though they'll also have some hotel-specific skills. You'll be able to ask it to request room service or housekeeping, ask it to call the front desk, turn the lights on and off and the thermostat up and down just by asking it to do so. You can even, you will be even able to book a spa treatment. Of course, not everyone's going to be down with this. There are some privacy concerns when it comes to this, and Amazon did say that any information collected by the hotel ones will not be shared with the hotel itself and will be anonymized. All right, moving on, we found out this past week some interesting news as regards the workplace and what people may be doing in the workplace. A new survey found a huge amount of employees are doing the business in their place of business. 14% of those asked said they had sex at their place of work. 1 in 5 said they'd been caught. 1 in 10 said they did it with the boss, and of those, almost a third said that they did it to climb the corporate ladder. It may be an advantage to do this. 55% said it made them more productive on the job, though it's not without risk. 17% of office romances end in someone losing their job. 60% of all workplace relationships end in a breakup in 12 months. Finally, you like potato chips? You having some maybe this Saturday evening? This might be a bit too much, though. Doritos this past week announced it's coming out with the world's largest potato chip. A foot long. It's the size of your head. They're called Jurassic Size. It's a promotional tie-in with the new Jurassic World movie that's out. They come, this big chip, in a dinosaur shell. Only a limited amount. You have to go on the Doritos website to get one. Some of them are already selling for big money online. In the 680 newsroom, Richard Southern, City News.